So I found this picture from of our place in Hayesville from I don't know if this is the late 70s, early 80s. It's 78, 79, 80. Um, this is our cows. I think this cow closest to me is my pet cow Dixie. Miss that girl. She was a character. I used to be able to sit on her back while she was eating when I was a kid. But you can see how open it is here. Now there's a lot of trees grown up. You can see the board fence along the highway that I was talking about in the other video. You can see the telephone pole that you can see this telephone pole here. That's the one that got broke off. I don't know if this picture was taken before or after this happened, but it had to be right around that time, within, I would guess, a year or two, one way or the other. So the board fence is along the highway, and then it comes over to this corner, and then it goes up the hill and over to the shed, which is off to well, right behind wherever I'm standing, or whoever took this picture, off to the left here. The old chicken house, I guess it was. Well, anyways, there's the gas station back there. So, again, what had happened was a semi coming down the highway, and the dual wheels had come off, and they hit this telephone pole. You can see there's no guardrail. It hit down quite low. I guess with the wheels turning forward, I guess maybe when they came off the edge of the road, they dove down quickly, like the force of the turning, because the pole is broke off down in the ditch. So maybe the wheels dove down. Anyway, snapped the pole off down low, busted through that wood fence, which was pretty flimsy, and it hit the ground out here somewhere, and it made tracks in the grass up through here, and it went through the fence up in here somewhere, rolled up toward the house, and then it rolled back down the hill and hit this woven wire fence and jumped over and landed in the creek. So I just found this picture and I thought I'd add to that, give a different view of those dual wheels coming off and where it went. But that is the pole that hit, or that's the pole that replaced the one that was broke. But that's where it happened. You can see on this tree right here, this tree is still there. And you can see these two little sprouts coming off the tree. That's part of this tree, but it's a little offshoots. Well, that offshoot now is growing way out, way high, and bent way over out here. And actually, it's starting to die off. I think the Chinese beetles might be getting it. Those little green shiny beetles from China. But anyways, yeah. But you can see what it looked like back then. Over here behind the gas station, there's a lot of trees growing there now. A lot of this stuff was dumped in here by the county or the highway department when they cleaned out ditches, I guess. And that's filled in out here and got a lot of those bush honeysuckles. And of course, I've let a lot of trees grow up down through here. You see how open that used to be. I remember mowing hay out here one time. It always had when it wasn't being eaten down by cows. It was extremely thick fescue and orchard grass. Mostly orchard grass grew up here on the hill. But I sure do miss old Dixie. I got some pictures of me with her. She was a bottle-fed calf. Pony Angus. She was brought home on the floorboard of the old man's pickup truck. That's how small she was. And put her in the chicken house or building right back here. I remember going out there. I was about 8 years old when we got her. And I remember going out there and sitting next to her, and I remember thinking, I can't believe I'm sitting next to a cow. Just a calf, but she was just laying there on the floor and looking around. But we'd feed her that powdered milk. I feel bad. We had her all those years. I don't know how many years for sure that she lived. I feel bad that I wasn't thoughtful enough to get her powdered milk over the years and give it to her, in a bucket, because she loved it. She really, really loved that powdered milk mix. And as a grown-up cow, I should have got it for her. She would have really liked that. But I remember one time we had her then over at the old man's place when we moved the cows over there. And that's where she lived out the rest of her life. I remember one time we were standing there, and I guess she got stung by a bee. And she came running over to us like, help me, like that hurt, help me. But anyways, I don't know how old I was. Was I still a teenager? Was I 17, 18? I can't remember. I remember walking to the woods, and I had had one of my rifles with me, and I came out of the other end of the woods, and there she was laying there dead next to the fence. I don't know. I guess animals have heart attacks as well, like anybody else. But I don't know. Did she get hit by lightning? You always hear those stories about lightning traveling a fence. I don't know, but she was just laying there by the fence, And then we buried her right there. Got a backhoe and buried her there. No sign of blood or anything. So I don't know what happened, but that was the pet cow. That was her.